Hello everyone. The Christ University's Bannerghatta Road campus was established in the year 2016. We have completed 5 academic years. We have around about 3,000 students on campus with around 100 teaching faculty members and about 150 non-teaching staff on campus. This campus is a unique blend of academic programs along with the co-curriculars and extracurricular activities. This is to ensure that all students are nurtured holistically, giving them opportunities to learn from each other and engage themselves in peer learning. The campus is unique in the sense that we have a lot of interdisciplinary programs. Students are encouraged to cross over their discipline and take a lot of new courses which will help them think and learn from different aspects and from different disciplines. This campus has all the facilities which is required for a student's holistic development. We have the campus facilities which include the hostel facilities for boys. We also have good eateries which will nourish the students while they're on campus. Together, we want to make a good learning experience for every student who will walk into the campus. I urge all the students looking towards the Bannerghatta Road campus to join a program to make the right decision on what they want to choose based on what interests them. I, along with all the faculty members and the students here, welcome all of you to make the right choice in determining the right program for each and every student. Thank you.
Hello everyone. The Department of International Studies, History and Political Science is a department which has 3 important domains of social sciences within a single department. It has international studies, it has history, both for undergrad and masters, as well as political science in undergrad and masters too. Now for history, there are several courses and there is a balance that has been maintained and initiated between each course that has been offered. The department has seen to it that there is as much of harmonious structuring of courses where equal attention is paid to all parts of the world. So for instance, a student who enters the department in the first semester begins the study of history by looking at the world. So the first semester has a syllabus which is titled as the world between 1800s to 1950s. Then when the student comes to second semester, he or she is going to study the next part of world history after the world wars, and that is considered as post-war world. Then in the third semester, the shift or the emphasis is now changed to zonal area or towards a larger picture other than the world. So it comes closer to home where the student studies post-colonial Asia. Now post-colonial Asia paper is or course is limited to the history of Asia, specifically without adding India, because that is going to be a paper by itself. So post-colonial Asia looks at the larger contours of Asia after the Second World War, after 1950, after the end of colonialism. Then in the fourth semester, they are going to study the historiography section. The paper is titled as History, Theory and Method, where there is a combination of historical methods as well as schools and ideologies in history. So a student gets to know the entire way history has been written and the way history is understood. Then in the fifth semester, there are 2 papers in history. Fifth semester starts with Society, Culture and Politics in Ancient India, where the entire spectrum of cultural and political history is covered. Now, this paper is helped by another specific paper in the semester itself called as Aesthetics of Art, Architecture and Heritage. Now, this paper focuses on understanding the aesthetics of art and architecture. At the same time, it also looks at how the entire study is heavily politicized and how it becomes a part of a source and tool for understanding history. Then in sixth semester, there are two more courses. The first one is titled India between 8th and 18th century Common Era, which looks at the early medieval history coming down to medieval India and then modern India. Then the other paper is History of India since Independence. So this looks at post-independent India. Now, this is the structure of the courses offered as part of history studies in the department. Now, one of the main issues that the department has been very seriously looking at is how should our students be empowered? Because studying history should not end up being just an eclectic choice. It should also transform itself, lead itself into one's livelihood. So all the courses that have been designed here are ensured that they help in gaining employment, in having a certain relevance in the outside world. So the prospective applicability of the courses that are offered by the department can be seen in the field of media, both electronic and print media. It can be seen in non-governmental organizations, various NGOs that are there. It can be seen in governmental organizations. It can also be very, very helpful in helping the student to clear their civil service examinations, both at the central as well as at the state level. It helps students to go into publishing houses like Oxford University Press or any other university press that are there. It also helps in academia, going into specific masters in either history or in political science, and then from there branching off to their doctoral studies, doctoral programs, and entering into the academic world. Or they can also take up employment in travel and tourism sector, or they can go into conservation, various conservation units that are there. They can intern in conservation agencies as well as in art galleries, etc. So there is a very wide scope for how the historical understanding can lead into a specific livelihood also. Now, just because we are concentrating on heavily on academics, it does not mean that the department is not sensitive to the extracurricular strength that a student need to possess. So there is a specific organization itself, association itself called as Vrittanta, which is a students association. And Vrittanta has a number of clubs, a number of divisions within it. There is a debate club, there is a film club, there is a music club. So there are a number of these clubs which train the students to work in their areas of interest. The department also has a very specific art club called as Kyle. Now this club helps the students who are very much into art to experiment with their learning, to experiment with their artistic endeavors. So exhibitions are organized at least thrice a year, and the student art objects are all placed for selling. And the money, the revenue that is generated, is handed over to Center for Social Action, a CSA, which is a body of the university for training and for responding to social requirements and social responsibilities. Then in addition to it, we also have co-curricular activities. For instance, there are internships that the department arranges for the student with various organizations. And then there are a number of webinars that are organized. There are talks by visiting faculty, by scholars, etc. Now, in addition to it, we have two very important programs. One is research paper writing in political science. And then in history, there is a full-fledged dissertation program, which is for 100 marks, which has a credit of 3. And it is an elective program given to students. Whoever is interested can take that. So the department looks at the holistic growth of the individual, both curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular, as well as into other parallel academic endeavors. So wishing you all a very best of luck. Thank you.
The BA EPH program at Christ University's Bannerghatta Road campus is a perfect combination of English, political science and history. Equal emphasis is given to all the three disciplines, which are English, political science and history within the program. This enables a student to choose in terms of his higher education or in terms of his careers anything related to any one of these disciplines or a particular career option or a disciplinary choice which is related to all the three disciplines also, including aspirations towards civil services. A lot of our students who've done this particular program, BA EPH, has moved into very interesting postgraduate and research studies like that of archival studies, museum studies, archaeology, cultural studies and other kinds of. They've also moved into publishing, into journalism and spaces like that. So this is a particular kind of a program which enables you to choose your career path in various ways. So this gives you a choice to choose between different kinds of disciplines rather than restricting yourself to a singular discipline. The English Studies program within the English Studies discipline within this particular program has a cultural studies orientation and also therefore enables engagements with the anthropological, with the social, the political, the historical, all the three disciplines for study within this particular program, BA EPH, complement each other in terms of the courses that are offered. So you do have courses which are offered within English studies related to television, related towards television studies, film studies, trauma studies, understanding war, reading dissent, which also then have political and historical implications. This is a perfect course for students who are interested in narratives, in narrativizing themselves, narrativizing their lives and the world around them.
Course instructors of the EPH program at Christ University. I teach history of the EPH program, whereby the course in history is designed to give you an all-around exposure to different facets of history from ancient to medieval to the modern period. Apart from the traditional history courses, we also give you an exposure to social history, to alternative sources of history, and also we give you a glimpse of how international politics evolved historically. So if you're interested to know about your own past, how did we evolve into this modern society, we welcome you wholeheartedly into this EPH program. Thank you.
The triple major program EPH in Christ University offers a multidisciplinary approach and creates a very strong base for the students to specialize in any one of the subjects in future. The innovative and very unique curriculum which is adopted by the EPH program gives the students a clear advantage to pursue the masters in India and abroad.
The best thing about EPH according to me is that it lends you an interdisciplinary perspective about things, and it asks you to engage with all the media that you're consuming in a more informed and critical manner. And in turn, you're able to question and even resist some of the biases and prejudices that you have inherited as a part of the cultural matrix. And hopefully, you are on your path to becoming an understanding and sensitive individual.
I think EPH as a course is an amazing choice because one, it gives you so many perspectives about the same situation being a triple major, and I think it makes you a more critical person, and I think that is very essential in today's world. Otherwise we just go with the flow and keep reinforcing the same dogmatic and problematic principles of the past, and I think it is high time we change that.